few times, and so I've asked her to come and to share with us today. So, thank you, Jody. It's okay. We'll just work around it. Thank you.
Can people in the back hear?
Can you hear me?
No.
No?
Talk louder.
Talk louder. Okay. Okay, there we go. Is that better?
Yep.
Anytime you see a turtle up on top of a fence post, you know he had some help. I had come across this parable when I was in jail, but never really knew what it meant. I would later find out Alex Haley, the author of Roots, had a picture of a turtle up on a fence post hanging on his wall. When asked about it, he replied, "Every time I write something significant, every time I read my words and think that they are wonderful and begin to feel proud of myself, I look at the turtle on the fence post and remember that he didn't get there on his own. He had help." My name is Jody Borelli, and I'm a recovering drug addict. My addiction began after a shoulder injury and pain medication prescribed by my doctor. I went from soccer mom and PTA president to heroin addict living on the streets of Tacoma and making an appearance on Washington's Most Wanted. Addiction stole the beautiful life that I once had. Prior to my addiction, I was a stay-at-home mom, and this was my identity. My kids and my family were everything to me. Once my addiction had progressed to IV drug use, the shame was unbearable. I couldn't stop, and I couldn't allow my children to see me in that way. They were everything to me, and I left them because of my addiction. Angelina, my baby, was 12 and still clinging to my apron strings. She was my little shadow. Joseph was 13, always my little protector, and the one I coached for years in Little League Baseball. Jaden was 17, old enough to understand, and the one who had always held out hope. The devastation that followed was horrific. Existing only to use, I lost myself in the grit of trap houses, stealing to support my habit, living in constant fear, and always on the run. I didn't want to live, and I didn't want to die. Suffering in ways beyond comprehension. Waking up, coming to, mad as hell that I even woke up because it meant that I had to endure the misery for yet another day. I didn't want to live, and I didn't want to die. Over the next 4 years, I was booked into jail over 20 times. On December 2nd, 2016, shortly after being released from jail, I moved to Bellingham with a duffel bag of clothes, 11 teeth in my head, and a ferocious attitude. I was in desperate need of help, and I was so broken. I was court ordered to attend intensive outpatient treatment and 12-step support groups. This is the beginning of my recovery. Over time, I began to explore the community. I didn't drive, so I walked everywhere, often 10 to 12 miles a day. This is when I discovered the Assistance League thrift store. I had a few dollars in my pocket, and I could actually buy things, often $5 to $10 at a time. I bought myself a pair of hiking boots, and now I could walk anywhere. And part of my daily routine was always your thrift store. The Assistance League thrift and gift has been a part of my healing. I remember finding a vintage silver tray, a silver hairbrush, and a matching mirror, just like the one my Mima had kept on her vanity when I was a little girl. And the emotions that had swept over me were overwhelming. My Mima passed away during my addiction, and I never had the chance to goodbye or to tell her that I loved her one last time. The vintage tray, the silver hairbrush, and the matching mirror reside atop an end table in my bedroom, and I enjoy them every day. One of my biggest challenges as a recovering drug addict was starting over from nothing. When I moved to Bellingham, I literally had a duffel bag of clothes. Through the Assistance League, I have been able to overcome this challenge in a therapeutic and healing way. The Assistance League Thrift and Gift has been a place where I've been able to find everything. In essence, it's been my getting spot. Anything that I need to get, I can usually get it with you guys. But to me, it's much more than that. It's not just about the writing desk I prepare my speeches on, or the antique lamp I'll use at night to read in my bed. It's about the intangible things. The memories that come flooding back when I find a Mickey Mouse Christmas ornament, like the ones I used to have, or finding that special tea set for my daughter's birthday. She is in college now, and probably not going to have a tea party with her sorority sisters, but she knows that it's from me, and that I took the time to find her something special. Within the items that I find in your store, I am able to remember happy times, like when my daughter Angeline and I used to have tea parties when she was a little girl. The Assistance League Thrift and Gift has been a huge part of my recovery. After I enrolled at Whatcom Community College, I found myself visiting your store every day, usually to and from school, and probably more often during finals week. Okay, a lot more often. One day, a new lady that I had never seen before was working. While I was shopping, she had politely asked me to take off my backpack. Instinctively, I was defensive. I suddenly felt out of place, unwelcome, and unwanted. I felt like that girl from Washington's Most Wanted when the television announcer said, "Here is another worthless criminal." "Oh wait, she's not worthless," then he laughed. "She's worth $1,000. I meant to say that with a little more venom. Emotionally, I was still raw. So of course, I sniped back. "I have been in your store almost every day over the last year with my backpack on. Maybe we should know who our customers are before we insult them." And I guarantee you that had a lot more venom in it. The next day I had calmed down, but I felt terrible. How could she have known? She was just doing her job, and I was horrible to her. I knew that I had to go back and apologize, but I was scared. Scared to face what I had done, what I had said. Scared to lose my healing place. Scared that you all would find out who I used to be and look at me differently. You see, your thrift store is a magical place for me. Full of laughter, a few tears, and a lot of healing. As I walked back through the door with my tail between my legs, it was Joni standing behind the counter. I had told her what happened the previous day, along with a sliver of my personal story. As she teared up, she hugged me, showing me the kindness and compassion that I so desperately needed. "Joni, you're an angel, and I am so grateful to call you my friend. Thank you." Being labeled a drug addict has always been a huge barrier for me. Coupled with being on Washington's Most Wanted, it was devastating. I'm not embarrassed about my story anymore, and I do not regret the past. Now I have the opportunity to share my experience and hopefully inspire others. I'm not the same person that I was in my addiction. Today, my children call me, they tell me that they love me, and that they are proud of me. I have been given a second chance at life. I've heard it said one time, the difference between who you are today and who you will be 5 years from now is the people you meet and the books you read. I am not the same person I was 3 years ago. I am grateful for the opportunities I've had to learn, to grow, to be challenged, and to be encouraged. But today, I am most grateful for the opportunity that I have to rebuild my life, even if it is $5 to $10 at a time. Today, my passion is to become a public speaker. My heart's desire is to shine light on the disease of addiction, to bring addiction up out of the darkness, and to provide hope to others. Having this opportunity to speak to the Assistance League is both an honor and a privilege. To all of you wonderful volunteers at the Assistance League, thank you. Thank you with all of my heart for allowing me to share my story with you. Many ask, why is the turtle sitting on top of the fence post? My answer is this, because this is where she is happiest. In June, I graduate from the Substance Use Disorder Professional Program at Whatcom Community College with a 4.0 GPA. I am pursuing a public speaking career to share my story and to provide hope to others. I currently have 12 speaking engagements on the calendar, and next month, the Governor of Washington, Jay Inslee, will be presenting me with the ACT Transforming Lives Award. This is transformation, and I love my life today. Thank you.